Check up on this new facility, Minister. Find out what's really going on up there.
We thought maybe you could tell us what happened.
I don't remember.
Just breathe, breathe, Noah. Well, Karen Jacobson seems to think that Bergen was seeing someone. If it was Annie, that would give Ian Bett a strong motive.
Ian Bett, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the murders of Annie Bett and Anton Bergen. All we know right now is they both died from gunshot wounds.
I think it's probably best if we stepped inside.
Something's happened to Anton. He's dead, Astrid.
Professor Rossi.
Is Annie dead?
I'm afraid she is.
What about her son?
Noah's alive. We're trying to work out who killed your wife here.
You hear me, Tosh?
It's done.
What are you saying?
Your victim has been shot before. She was a spy. What was Annie Bett involved in?
Something that got her killed. Still open.
I'm not getting it yet.
Well, it kind of sounds like you are.
Well, it's just you put him in handcuffs, Tosh. You marched him out the house like he was a criminal.
He was under arrest, Donny.
Yeah, but Tara and Joni were there.
And?
They're his friends. I mean, how would you like it if you were...
What's wrong?
Angus? Angus?
Who did it?
I don't know who did it. The whole thing's a blur.
Okay, then where did it happen?
A few streets from the station.
Right. Well, then I'll find out who it was.
Oh, so now you're on my side.
You should have told us about Joni.
Joni and me aren't a thing.
Do you think I care what you and Joni are? The only thing I care about is who killed Annie, and you lying to us has cost us time. Time we don't have.
So you have any idea who did it?
We don't have a suspect yet.
And the French guy. Is Danny seeing him or something?
We don't know what he was to Annie exactly, but it probably wasn't anything like that.
How's Noah?
He's upset. Obviously. And he needs his dad. So you need to stay here and heal, okay? I'll check in on you later, okay? Oh, actually, there was something I needed to ask. We found an old scar on Annie's arm. Did she ever tell you about that?
You mean from the bike accident?
The bike accident.
Aye. Happened years ago when she was in London before we met.
Hey, Billy, it's me. Can you collect all of last night's CCTV from the area around the station?
Will do.
Thanks. Ruth.
Tosh, listen to this.
Annie Bett was a spy.
An analyst. Recruited in her last year at Oxford.
A bit like a code breaker.
Exactly like a code breaker.
We're talking about Annie here. She wasn't exactly Black Widow.
Most of Annie's work was done from behind a desk. Part of a new breed recruited post 9/11. Powers that be realised the game had changed and they couldn't rely on the old boy network.
Out with the old chinless wonders and in with the ordinary folks.
But Annie was anything but ordinary. She had a brilliant mind.
So you worked with her?
I was in charge of her team.
Then you're an agent?
I was an analyst. I'm now retired.
So, how did Annie get shot?
A rare field operation that went south. I can't give details, but suffice to say Annie was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What about her medical records?
There were none. Annie was treated at a private facility. Well, the experience changed her.
Yeah, I bet it did.
She left the service soon after, and I hadn't heard from her till the voicemail.
Why do you think she called?
So I really don't know. Maybe she was involved in something she felt she couldn't handle alone.
Well, we've looked into Annie, and apart from her marriage falling apart, there was nothing really going on in her life.
But she did have something she wanted to tell me. Something important.
You've no idea what that was. What about Bergen?
So far, he checks out. Private nurse working for a family on the Isles.
What family?
The Jakobsens. Swedish, rich. Bergen was looking after their daughter. But they hadn't even heard of Annie, so...
And nobody who knew Annie has any idea how she knew Bergen.
So they were scared. Whatever they were doing was so dangerous, that they felt the need to keep their friendship a secret.
I sort of know a guy who works at Thames House. I could ask him about Rossi. Even if his story doesn't check out, he is right about one thing. We need to find out what it was that Annie and Bergen were involved in.
Sandy, you've been looking into Bergen. Have you found anything on him?
Call records show he was in contact with Annie in the weeks leading up to the murders, but no record of what their conversations were about.
How far do these calls go back?
Not far. About 5 weeks. Annie made first contact. She called Bergen on the 6th of last month.
Well, what about texts or emails?
No emails, but his internet history shows that Bergen was checking out flights to Tallinn last week.
Tallinn?
Nathan said that Bergen was planning to take him to Europe.
I know, but when your boyfriend says Europe, you think Paris or Rome. You're not exactly thinking Estonia. Find anything else about him?
Finances weren't great. The lad liked to gamble, but no red flags and no historical links to Annie.
What about this call that Bergen took on Friday night at the hotel?
Came in at 8:24 from a landline, the Jakobsen house.
Oh, interesting. They told us they hadn't spoken to him. Well, I'll go and speak to them then.
Sure.
What do you mean you sort of know a guy who works at Thames House?
Oh, he was just sort of a friend, really.
Was he a special friend? Did you used to go out with a spy?
I don't want to talk about it.
Did he have gadgets and stuff?
Tosh, will you shut up?
Oh, no. You're quite right. Top secret.
Tosh, I've got something on the CCTV.
Hello? Who's there?
Yeah, hello. Sorry. Just looking for a friend of mine, Angus Wallace.
Okay.
Well, I just wondered if maybe if you'd come down here last night.
There was nobody here last night.
Okay, well, hello? Hello?
Didn't take long to find what you were looking for. This is from the camera just off Union Street.
Bloody hell.
Let me zoom in. Look familiar?
You're certain the call was made from me?
From the landline. Made it 8:24 on the night that Anton died.
I didn't make that call.
Neither did I. Well, someone did.
Yeah.
I was asking about movie day.
Movie day?
Every Monday afternoon, Anton and Astrid watch a film together.
Usually some American teen trash. Why didn't you tell us about this?
I forgot.
You forgot.
So why did you call him?
It was Anton's turn to choose the film. Wanted to know whether we were watching Mean Girls or Clueless.
And how was he when you spoke to him?
He's normal.
Did you speak to him again after you made that call?
No.
Are you sure about that, Astrid?
I'm sure.
Okay. Right. Well, thanks for clearing that up. Oh. What did he go for?
What?
Mean Girls or Clueless?
Clueless.
I'm sorry. If we'd known that Anton and Astrid were in contact, we'd have notified you immediately.
That's all right. It happens. Not your fault.
Well, the truth is she hasn't been feeling very well lately. Her condition, I mean. And now, all this business with Anton.
How much did you know about Anton before you hired him?
What do you mean?
Well, his history, his background. Presumably you checked him out.
Of course. He was recommended to us by a friend of Stefan's back in London.
Did he have any links to Tallinn?
Tallinn?
Estonia. Just wondered if he had family or friends over there.
No. Sorry, Not that I can think of.
Okay. Thank you.
Everything all right?
Is your dad in?
Why, what's happened?
I need to speak to him.
Who's gone out?
I'm here.
Mr. Harris, I need to ask you about an incident that happened last night.
It was me. Ian Bet.
What was you?
I attacked him.
Christ's sake!
So what happens now? How is he?
Ian is in hospital. He sustained some serious injuries as a result of your assault, Mr. Harris. Do you want to tell me why you attacked him last night?
I'd have thought that was obvious. We all know he killed Annie.
Ian Becht has an alibi for the time of the murders, Mr. Harris.
You arrested him yesterday.
Mm-hmm. And then we released him.
So, who?
Our investigation is ongoing, but Ian Becht is no longer a suspect. And even if he was, that doesn't justify what you did.
I said I'd look after her. Her and the boy. I made a promise. I let them down.
I'm sure that's not true. You gave Annie and Noah a place to stay.
I would have given her anything she wanted. I love that girl. Not like that. She was the only friend I had.
John Harris said that Patrick had a problem with Annie and Noah living in the house. Patrick clearly resented her.
What, enough to kill her?
Could be. But then there's no link between Patrick and Bergen.
He played poker with him. Patrick is on J.J. Wang's list.
Was he at the game on Thursday?
Apparently. He's a regular.
Do we have background on Patrick?
Just the basic checks.
Okay, look into him further. Ruth, how did you get on at the Jakobsons?
Astrid made the call, said that she was asking Bergen about a movie.
You don't believe her?
No, the girl's lying. There is something going on up there. I do not know what, but I did a bit of digging on Stefan and Karen. They co-own a company called Yarnus Investments, and the website says they specialise in international wealth management, whatever that means.
So how does that help us with how Bergen and Annie were linked?
Well, it doesn't really. Listen, Harry's managed to get us an interview with Noah, so I thought that might help us fill in some gaps.
Great.
Right, do you want to come with me? You can lead.
Yeah, sure, if you want me to.
Oh, it's just that he's, friendly face, he knows you. Yeah, he's young, and I'm not very good with those things.
Those things? Do you mean kids?
Yeah.
Thank you for talking to us today, Noah. Now, you know me, I'm Tosh, and you've also met Ruth before. The reason we're here is that me and Ruth are working really hard to find out what happened to your mum. And we think you might be able to help us. Can you do that? Okay. So, I want you to try and remember the night of the big party. Do you remember that? I remember it because I was there. I saw you and your mum.
In the car park?
That's right. You and your mum were leaving and we said goodbyes in the car park. So, we'd really like to know what happened after you and your mum left the party. Can you tell us?
We were going to John's house.
Mr. Harris's house, right? Mm-hmm. But you didn't get to Mr. Harris's house, did you, Noah? Why was that?
Somebody phoned Mum.
Your mum got a phone call. Do you know who the call was from, Noah?
From the man, I think.
The man?
The one who spoke all funny.
You mean he had an accent?
Mum said we had to pick him up.
Where did you pick him up, Noah?
On a road.
Do you remember which road?
I don't know, it was dark.
Is there anything you can tell us about this road? Like, was it a big road? Were there any houses nearby? Okay. So, you picked up the man with the accent, and then what?
The man was upset.
How did you know he was upset?
Because he was crying.
Do you know why he was crying? What happened after that, Noah?
Mum drove to the old house.
The old house? The croft? And then what happened?
Mum put me in a room to go to sleep, but there wasn't any beds. So I went in the bath.
Okay. I want you to think really hard, Noah. Is there anything you remember before you went to sleep? It's okay, Noah, it's all right.
That's okay.
Just tell us what you do remember.
I woke up because I was cold. I shouted for Mum, but she didn't come. So I went into another room and I saw her lying on the floor. thought she was sleeping. So I tried to wake her up. But there was a big bit of blood on her new top. And she was cold. So I laid down with her and hugged her to get her warm. I fell asleep. But she was still cold when I woke up. So I went out to try and get some help.
What do you have for me?
What kind is it? The dinosaur. What is it?
It's an ankylosaurus.
Oh. They any good? Like, are they powerful ones?
It was a hare before.
So a veggie dinosaur then.
I saw one that night. Night we picked up the man.
You saw a dinosaur?
It looked like a dinosaur. A big brontosaur.
It's in God's true and constant love that we find the strength to live, so that we can find the strength to live.
I need your help. Something's happened to Angus.
I'm in the middle of a service.
There's hardly any fucker here.
What on earth are you doing?
I think Angus is in trouble.
I'd be more worried about you. The police called looking for you. They want to talk to you about Annie Bett. Someone killed her, Lisa. Morag, Dot, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'll see you next time, okay? I'm sorry. So what happened between the two of you?
Nothing.
Lisa.
Nothing happened. And I don't know anything about her being killed. I'm just worried about Angus. Look, you're always saying how much you want to help me. Well, now I need you. So what are you gonna do?
Well, I find it very hard to believe that he slept through 3 gunshots.
Do you think he's holding out?
Or blocking out. Well, I don't know. Wee boy, trauma like that can impact the memory.
Shit.
Oh, what?
Oh, it's Donnie. Oh. Everyone's going for a drink later to remember Annie.
Not up for it.
If I could just live without all the questions. Plus, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to blame me for Ian getting assaulted.
Yeah, oh aye, this job and friends don't mix. That's why I don't have many.
Oh, is that why you don't have many?
Very good.
Sorry.
It's fine.
This stuff just stresses me out.
Patrick Harris is up to his eyeballs in debt. Credit cards, loans, you name it. He's defaulted on it. Now, he was getting regular amounts of money paid into his bank from the Mussel Farm account. But that all stopped about 6 months ago.
Let me guess. Around the time Annie started doing the Harris's accounts.
Exactly. But here's the kicker. Forensic results from the Bet House break-in just came back. They found a print in the kitchen. The print matched to Patrick.
So what was he doing in the system?
Oh, he was arrested in 2019 on an assault charge. He thumped someone on the overnight ferry to Aberdeen.
And forensics think he's the one who broke into the bet house.
Can't say definitively, but he's been in that house recently.
Right, is John Harris still in the cells?
I'm just about to bail him.
Keep him for a while longer. I'll head up there.
Alan.
I need your help.
Where is she?
She's not why I called you.
Well, she's why I'm here.
Lisa? Ruth? Lisa?
Mind telling us why you ran away from our officer yesterday?
Didn't really feel like talking to him.
Annie Bet. You had an argument with her on Friday afternoon.
Wasn't really an argument.
Oh. What was it then?
Was just pissed off. She just happened to be there. I had no issues with Annie. She was one of the good ones there.
They're all good ones, Lisa.
What'd you do after you left the shelter?
Caught up with Angus.
Aye, and he'll vouch for you, will he?
He will if we can find him.
When did he go missing?
Since late last night, is that right?
Yeah.
What's this?
It's his logbook. He takes a note of the cars that come and go down there.
He's been spying on the place.
Spying on it?
Angus is a little bit eccentric.
We know that.
I've been down there and asked. They said they haven't seen him.
Right.
Where are you going?
I'm going to ask them why they lied to her. Angus's last entry, 10:29. Unknown vehicle arrived. Going to investigate.
What's going to happen to him?
He'll be charged with assault.
Don't know what he was thinking. He acts like he's this tough man, but it's just for show.
It wasn't just for show last night. It seems like your dad formed a bit of an attachment to Annie.
Yeah, I liked her a lot. I think she reminded him of Mum a bit. He kind of closed down after she died. It was like he was on autopilot. And then Annie came to stay, and he seemed... He's not happy, but he was back, like he used to be.
And how did you feel about Annie?
I liked her being here. She was a good cook. She taught me to make a few things. Nothing fancy, but... I loved Noah being around. It's like having a wee brother.
We need to talk.
Hello?
DI called her. Shetland police. Open the gates!
DI called her? Dr. Mohan. I'm the head researcher here. At least I will be if we ever get it up and running.
I'm looking for a man called Angus Wallace.
Oh, someone was here earlier looking for him. Is he still missing?
He is. And we're pretty sure he was down here last night.
Well, he would have been out of luck. The place was closed.
Oh. There's no one here at night?
No. Like I said, the lab isn't open for business, as it were.
Oh. What is your business?
Primarily marine research. Lipids. They're used to develop ingredients for the pharmaceutical industry.
How many people work here?
Well, right now, just me. But I'll soon be joined by a small team of researchers.
Okay. Well, if you do come across Angus, call me on that number.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hope you find him?
Well, must be some mistake.
No. No mistake. Our forensic team found your print inside the bet house.
Well, there's a fuck-up somewhere. Because I was here that day.
We think the break-in happened the night before.
I was with JJ.
JJ Huang.
I went round to his place, had a meal, a couple of drinks, then came home.
Did you play poker? We know you were a regular at JJ's games, along with Anton Bergen. You never told us you knew Bergen.
Oh, to be fair, nobody asked.
Okay, look, Patrick, here's the thing. Your print being at the bet house, that's a problem. And the fact you knew both victims is significant, more so given your feelings towards Annie.
Why would I kill Annie?
Because she knew about your debt. And she knew you were ripping off your dad.
I was with JJ.
Tosh.
Sandy, I need you to speak to JJ Huang.
Okay.
Find out if Patrick Harris was with him on Friday night, will you?
Got it.
Hey, Billy, it's me. Listen, I think we've got another miss pair. Angus Wallace.
You sure he's missing? Angus goes off the radar a lot.
Well, seems he went AWOL last night. Last seen about a mile outside Laxo. Just put an alert out on him, will you?
Sure.
Check the hospitals, medical centres, and just get a unit up here to...
Ruth, you there?
Billy, get me everything you can in this new marine lab.
Okay, will do.
Look who it bloody is.
Well, things didn't go to plan.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, well, I called in at the station when they said you clocked off.
So you came to my house?
Yeah, in hindsight, that was probably a bit of an overstep by me. But I ran some information on Bergen if you want to take a look.
Where did you get this?
Well, I am kind of the spy. As you can see, this man that Bergen worked for, Jakobsen, he's been on the watch list for a while.
Why are they watching him?
Jakobsen's rich, and that's enough to get the Owl suspicious. Plus, he's foreign, and the intelligence agencies are xenophobic by nature. You've got a great record collection.
Yeah, it belonged to a friend.
Oh, they have excellent taste.
Yeah, they really did. So, why is Jakobsen on this list?
Well, no one's quite sure how he managed to pull together the money to start his business. 1 minute he's a policy wonk at the Swedish Ministry of Finance, and the next he's running a multi-billion-pound hedge fund.
So how is Jakobsen being on this list connected to Annie and Bergen?
Well, there might not be a connection. I just thought you should know. So what about you?
What about me?
You make any progress?
Drink?
Not for me, thanks. You spoke to the boy today?
What makes you think that?
Well, he's your only witness. It stands to the reason you want to interview him.
Well, Noah didn't tell us anything we didn't already know.
What's he like?
Smart. Sensitive. But tough, too.
Sounds like his mum. And like you care about him.
He's just a witness.
Yeah, best not to get too attached.
Know if I want to do my job.
Anyway, I'll leave you be. If you need me for anything, just call.
Ewan, don't ever come to my house again.
Vi måste tänka på Astrid. Vi behöver få henne bort härifrån, tillbaka till London. Okej, då åker vi tillbaka till Sverige. Eller var som helst, bara inte här.
Astrid mår bra här.
Nej, det gör hon inte. Och det har hon aldrig gjort. Det enda som har gjort det uthärligt för henne här, det var Anton.
Anton har inget med saken att göra.
Nej, men snälla Stefan, inget med saken att göra. Hon avgudar honom.
Han var hennes sköterska.
Han var hennes enda vän.
Sluta nu.
Nej, men...
Sluta nu! Sluta! Karin! Om du vill åka tillbaka till London, gör det. Men Astrid stannar här.
Tosh,
Oh, hi, Jamie. Thought you were in Glasgow.
flew back up this morning.
How you doing?
Pretty fucking sad, Tosh. I can't believe Annie's dead. How are you doing?
I'm sad too.
Hey, there you are. Jamie's back.
So I see.
Well, everyone's up here.
Yes, okay. I'll see you up there.
Right, what do you want?
Hey.
Oh, hi. Hi. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Do you want some wine?
No, I can't. I'm still on duty.
We're having a drink for Annie?
Just a fizzy water, please.
Did you hear about Ian?
Yeah, I spoke to him this morning.
Any idea who attacked him?
We've got someone in custody.
For God's sake, Tosh. You don't have to be all secret squirrel. We all know it was John Harris.
What was John Harris? The guy who beat up Ian. Why?
Obviously. He thought that Ian was the one who killed Annie. Wonder where he got that idea from.
Thank you.
To Annie.
Annie.
Hello? Oh, Noreen, it's Di Calder. Everything okay? Yeah, I just wanted to check in, really, see how Noah was doing.
He's sleeping. Do you want me to wake him?
No, oh God, no. I really just wanted to check in to see how he was doing, after today.
He's barely said a word about it.
Right.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Well, listen, I'm so sorry to have bothered you. Bye.
I'm sorry about Tara.
Oh, it's nothing to be sorry for.
No, she's just upset about Annie, and because she's Tara, she shows it by lashing out.
Really, Frank, it's not a problem. Thanks.
Mind you, I can't believe you lot thought it was Ian that did it. He's done his battle, for God's sake.
We found him at the mission.
What?
Ian. That's where he was all day Saturday. Do you know it? It's down by the harbour.
Never heard of it. Well, I better get back to Tara.
Tosh, Annie came to see me last week at work.
She came to the airport.
Said she was just passing. Thought it was weird because, well, nobody just passes the airport, do they?
What did she want?
Started asking about flights. Not passenger flights, but some freight planes that had come in.
Why was she asking about them?
No idea. She seemed kind of casual about it, but it was weird.
Jamie, can you get me a list of the flights that she was asking about?
Sure.
Thanks.
Billy.
We might have found Angus. Just got a call from the hospital. They've got a patient there that sounds like our man.
Okay, I'm on my way.
You know what? Fuck Ian, bet. So what if it wasn't him? The amount of times he was up here shouting the odds, screaming at Annie. I mean, the guy deserved a kick in for that alone, right?
I did threaten Annie, Dad.
Exactly. I mean, no wonder you thought it was him. We all did. Christ, even the police thought he'd done it.
No, don't blame me for this.
No, in fact, we're right behind you.
Laurie will be here soon. We better get out there.
Found him lying at the entrance when I turned up this morning. First, I thought he was drunk. I couldn't get a word of sense out of him. I think he was confused.
Right. Was there anyone else around when you found him?
No, just him. Couldn't get him to tell me his name, so I brought him in, gave him some fluids, and then I called the station.
Right. What was he saying?
What?
You said that he was sounding confused. What was he?
He was talking about experiments.
Angus? Hey. Hey, are you okay? Angus? It's me. It's Lisa. What's wrong with him? Why doesn't he know who I am? What did you do?
Nothing. He's a little confused.
I can see that. I'm not stupid.
Lisa, calm down.
Why is he confused?
Could be as an infection or a knock on the head, but he is old.
Look, he's not Dottie. Something's happened to him. He isn't right.
Well, the doctor will be around soon. They'll take a look at him.
Did you administer anything?
No, just the fluids.
Oh. What about this? Look.
I have no idea what that is.
He was right.
What'd they say?
Tell him he was right.
Who was right? Angus, who was right?
Bergen.
Angus? What was Bergen right about?
Everything.
What are we doing here?
What does that look like to you?
A couple of cranes.
Look again. Imagine it's dark, you're tired, you're a 9-year-old boy. Don't think that might look a bit like a dinosaur?
Maybe. Why?
This is where she picked up Bergen on the night that he died.
What were they doing here?
I don't know. But the answer's in there.
Pick up the pace, Fergus.
I need to cut him some slack, Dad. Got his mind on that brunette cop.
Shut up.
So you seen him when she come up yesterday? Making eyes at each other across the kitchen.
Right, pack it in, both of you. Leave your brother alone, Patrick.
He's talking rubbish, Dad.
No, there was definitely a spark there. I felt it.
No, it wasn't me she came to see.
You jealous?
Well, I'm just saying. Wasn't me she wanted to talk to in private.
What can I say? I'm irresistible.
What did she want?
What?
The detective, what did she want?
Nothing, just questions.
What questions?
Bullshit stuff. I wanted to know where I was Friday night, it was nothing.
And where were you?
What?
Friday night, where were you?
I was with JJ.
Saturday morning. You were already up when I came down the stairs.
So?
So normally we have to drag you out of your pit. Only reason you'd be up at that time is if you hadn't been to bed the night before.
The hell are you talking about?
You didn't come home on Friday.
So what are you saying?
I'm asking where you were.
You think I killed her?
You never liked her.
What?
Annie, you never liked her.
Well, that's not true, Dad.
Her and the boy. You never once made her welcome in my house.
Your house?
Aye. My house. They were my guests and you treated them like dirt.
Because of leashes! Hey, Patrick! What? No, let's have this out now, eh? She played him like a bloody fiddle. Give him the big sob story and he lapped it up like a sap. But one day she's doing the books, next you're moving her in. The kid as well. Before we know it, we're all dragged into her shit.
What shit did she drag us into?
Oh, her life. The bloody ex turning up at the door, you running out to defend her like a fucking shining knight or something.
She was my friend.
You didn't even know her.
Aye. Well. She knew you.
Aye, I bet she did.
She told me about the books. About you taking money from the account.
We had invoices to pay.
That's a lie. You're in debt to JJ. You took that money to get yourself out of the hole, and when she put a stop to it, you turned on her. She told me all about it.
Did she, eh? Was this during one of your wee late night chats, was it? Eh? You and her, sitting in the kitchen, drinking your tea? Eh? You with that big daft look on your face. I mean, did you honestly think you had a chance with her? If someone like her would be interested in you?
Dad!
Oh, come on then, hit me.
Hey, cut it out, the both of you! Dad, let him go!
Come on! Bloody smacked you and bet you're in a row!
Patrick, shut up! Dad, let him go, enough! No more! No more, Dad!
She was my friend.
No, Dad. No. You know what? Mum would be fucking ashamed!
Fergus?
What if you could hear a sound that no one else seems to? Provocative, haunting new drama, The Listeners on iPlayer. Period drama starring a host of star talents. Wessex Tales, part of Thomas Hardy's season on BBC 4 now.